In this video, I'm gonna talk about street lifting. It is superior to get super strong and huge? Well, let's see. Well, first, what is street building? Street building is street lifting training plus barbell machines or calisthenics training. You mix them together and you have street building. On street lifting, you have the four main movements: the muscle ups, pull ups, dips, and squats. And with street lifting and whatever you want here, barbell machines or calisthenics, you mix them and you build a training program according to your goals and needs. Well, first let me talk about my experience. Last year I did street building for 30 plus weeks straight. In the beginning, I tried to run as an experiment to see where it would get me, because I've been training for street lifting for the last 2.5 years, and I was in an off season. The competition is just here in a few weeks, and I decided to do a mix of street lifting and some bodybuilding type of training. So this was one of the best decisions I did. My physique developed like crazy on those 30 something weeks. All my lifts went up: the dips, pull up, muscle up, bench press, back squat. All of my movements went up while I was gaining weight. And I noticed a big difference in my physique. Right now I have a lot of extra fat because I gained around 8 to 9 kgs since I started doing it. But I noticed a big difference in my chest, which was always a big weaknesses of mine. But I'm very excited to, when I lose the extra fat, to see how my physique changed. But even with the extra fat, I can see that there is a lot of difference in my physique. And right now, my pull-ups and muscle-ups are a bit weak. They went down a bit because of the extra weight gain, which is normal to happen if you're gaining weight. Your muscle-ups and pull-ups will suffer. But the thing is, I'm at around the same number in the pull-ups and muscle-ups than last year when I had last 8 to 9 kgs, which is a win. It's rare to see all of your movements to go up in a year. All of those movements went up. And after competition, I'm gonna run the street lifting program for as long as possible. And I'm pretty sure that my physique will blow up and my strength will blow up. Now, let's see some street lifting athletes. Here I have few street lifting athletes, and as you can see, they are all huge. All of them are 90 kgs and above. They have this jacket aesthetic physique that you don't see in other sports like powerlifting or Olympic weightlifting and even bodybuilding. These guys have a physique that is in the same level as bodybuilders or even better. And most of them are natural, or all of them are natural. I believe that all of them are natural because some of them competed a few months ago and they did a test and they were natural. This guy, and this guy competed. These two, these three, this and this didn't compete. And the thing is, it's not just their physique. Their strength is absurd. All of them, as I said, have 90 kgs and above, but they can do muscle ups with 30 kgs and plus. All of them can do muscle ups with 30 kgs and plus. You will not see in any other sport guys with 90 kgs doing muscle ups with 30 kgs, or doing front levers, or doing handstand push-ups, or doing one arm pull-ups or planches, because most of them, if I'm not wrong, can do a planche at 90 plus kg body weight, just to show you how strong they are. Just look at this physiques. They're absolutely huge, and the thing is, they excel in other sports. They are strong in powerlifting, even though powerlifting is not their main goal. They have good bench presses. Some of them have close to 200 kg bench press. Some of them have a good deadlift, even though they never do deadlift. It's just a carryover of the squats and overall strength. Okay, now enough of glazing at this guy's physique, and let's see this guy. You probably know who it is. Smaev. He's probably the strongest man alive, and he has this freakish superhero looking physique. Of course, he's on steroids, but 99% of people who are on steroids will never look like him. And I believe that it is because of elite genetics and also the type of training that he does, and he did. He has a background of street lifting and street building. And I think because of that, of the type of training, it influences the physique, how the physique looks. I really believe that how you train influences how aesthetic you look, how you will look. For example, calisthenics athletes are all aesthetic, and that's because of the way they train. And Smaev has super big numbers in all the lifts. He has a good deadlift, back squat. He has like the strongest pull-up. He can do one-arm pull-ups at 130 or 140 kg body weight. He's like strong in everything. And then, why you should do street building? So first, pull-ups, dips, and squats. These three main movements are probably the best to build a good all-around physique. Mainly the pull-up and dips. They build the best upper bodies. I don't care what other people say, but I do really believe that being super strong at the pull-ups and dips will get you an upper body that is super developed compared to just doing bench and deadlifts or bench and rows or your normal bodybuilding style training. Let's see here. So we have these guys here. Lazar Novovic from Bar Brothers. He built his physique only on sets and reps and with weight. Weighted pull-ups, weighted dips, weighted push-ups, and body weight pistol squats, and some style of body weight leg training. He built his physique naturally just by doing absurd numbers of sets and reps and weight on the pull-ups, muscle-ups, and all these calisthenics movements. And he has a physique that most bodybuilders dream to have. And he did it naturally. But he's been training for more than 10 years, if I'm not wrong. Then we have these guys. This is Daniel Lazens. He's a street workout guy who does those streaks on the bar, does front levers, one-arm handstands, planches, all of those tricks. And he has these huge arms. He has a good physique just by doing that, and some weighted calisthenics training, weighted dips, push-ups, and so on. And he has these big shoulder arms and biceps and triceps, which most people will never have. But I don't think he's natural now. Then we have this guy, I forgot his name. He does the same thing. He does the street workout thing and sets and reps as a supplementary work to get your body stronger. And he has this huge physique, good looking physique. Then it boosts barbell movements, and not only barbell movements, but machine movements and other functional movements. The dips and the pull-ups will boost the barbell movements like bench, OHP, barbell rows, deadlifts, and lat pull-downs. It's not a barbell movement, but you get it. And I believe it boosts the other movements because you have this raw strength, good coordination, more body awareness, stronger tendons, and super developed muscles. And because of this, you will excel on the other movements, and the progression on these movements will be faster than someone who's never done calisthenics before or never done calisthenics seriously. And there's a thing here that I really believe is that the more weight you can carry, the more developed your muscles will be. The thing is, you'll never see someone with a 160 kgs bench with a small chest, or it's rare to see it, or you'll never see someone with a 100 kg pull-up with a small back. These two come hand to hand, and I believe the more weight you can carry, the more developed your muscles will be, the more muscles you will build. You'll have this more thickness, more robustness, more maturity in the muscles, the more weight you carry throughout the years in a lift. I bet you've seen this, like someone has this muscle that looks like super dense, huge, super developed, versus someone that has like a huge muscle but it doesn't look that dense or doesn't have this development and maturity. I bet you know what I mean. And now another advantage of the street lifting movements, mainly the dips. I'm just gonna give an example here. You have bigger range of motion, and bigger range of motion is related to more strength, more muscle development, and more mobility. Let's compare here these two, the dips and the bench press. On the dips, the thing here is that you can stretch the shit out of your chest, shoulders, and the triceps with this movement. You have bigger range of motion, you can feel all your muscles, your scapula moves in a more natural way compared to the bench. The bench is also a good exercise to build your chest, but the problem here is limited range of motion. Nowadays you have these camber bars, I guess, that have like this curve and you have more range of motion, but it's still not the same thing because your scapula is here on the bench and is not moving on a natural way. And I think this will influence how good you can activate your muscles. If your scapula isn't limited to movement, I think your ability to feel the muscles, to get into a position, more advantages for you to feel more the muscle, to get more strength, to build more muscle, will be cut off. This doesn't mean that you should not do bench press. I did on my street building training program that I was doing, I did these two movements, and because of these two movements my chest grew up like crazy. And also on the pull-ups you could see the same thing. On the pull-ups you totally stretch your back compared to a lat pull down when you're sitting, and of course you can stretch your back, but the thing is it's different. If you've done weighted pull-ups and have done lat pull downs, you'll feel like it's a total different thing. How your body moves, how you feel the stretch, everything is different. It doesn't mean one is better than other. I'm just doing a comparison, but doing those two together, you'll have the best of both worlds. Another thing is with the advantage of street building, you become an hybrid athlete. You become good at everything and you have a world-class physique. You'll develop skills and body control, handstands, one-arm pull-ups, planches, front levers. All of these movements will come easier because you have more body awareness and you have the raw strength to do it. All of the street lifting athletes that I've showed just now can do one of these skills or all of these skills. You'll have a world-class physique. You've seen that. The street lifting athletes have a world-class physique, better than most bodybuilders that are natural, comparing natural street lifters and versus natural bodybuilders. You also develop explosiveness that you don't develop in powerlifting or bodybuilding. Explosiveness because of the muscle ups. The strength, you are super strong, you become super strong and you can excel in other movements or other sports like the powerlifting, and you develop more mobility because of the extra range of motion that you have that you don't have on just machines or barbell movements. Another example could be the weighted push-ups with a big range of motion. That would stretch your pecs and shoulders more than the bench press if you compare it the movement pattern on a horizontal plane. Weighted push-ups with big ranges of motion will humble you. If you never try it and you'll see what I mean. And now, how? How to do street building? So you have to prioritize the street lifting movements and choose one or two exercises that will complement your needs and will boost the main movements. Example, dips plus bench if you lack chest strength or you want to grow your chest. Pull-ups and row for more thickness and help you with the pull-ups. Pull-ups and explosive pull-ups or muscle-ups to focus more on strength and muscle-ups. Dips and handstand pushes for stronger shoulders and help you with dips. This will depend on you and your goals. You have a lot of things you can do here to bring the best of your physique and strength. Now, how to do it? How many sets? How many reps? Well, 2 to 3 times a week on the main exercises. It could be dips and bench, pull-ups and muscle-ups, pull-ups and rows. As I said, it depends on you. The rep ranges depends on your goals also, but 5 to 10 is good. This is what I did, 5 to 10 reps only. That's what got my physique to develop like crazy and get my numbers go up like crazy. The thing is, you have to choose the secondary movement wisely. You cannot choose a secondary movement because an influencer is doing or an athlete is doing. You have to check things out, see what you lack, what are your goals, and also your leverages can play a role here. So, if you don't know how to do these things, you can join my school. By getting to my school, you get a free street lifting program, street building program, plus you have a training plan tailored to you, for you only. By getting to the school community, I'll message you right away, we'll talk, we can hop on a call and tell me your goals and I'll design a workout plan according to your goals. It can be calisthenics, street lifting, street building, whatever. And as long as you stay on the community, you'll always have your training program. And the thing is, it's only 18 bucks a month. Okay, 18 bucks a month. And the thing is, it will increase, the price will increase, so be fast. We have 142 members right now, and as soon as I go to 145 members, the prices will double or triple. It depends. So guys, that was it that I wanted to share. I hope you learned something. I hope you got inspired to try street lifting or street building, and see y'all in the next video.